So basically, I guess now we have enough people. So basically, one person can answer a question. We can go around, start with one person. I can call on someone, or you can volunteer, whichever one you want to do. And if someone relates, you can say connection out loud or in the chat. And so, yeah, let's see how this goes. So the first thing is one thing you liked about this semester, one thing you didn't like.
Honestly, one thing that I liked is that like I was with my family. So it was like a pro and con because honestly they were distracting. But like honestly, I love my sisters and like it was hard last year not having them around me. So that's one thing that I really liked. And something that I didn't like is I'm honestly all the stress and like being in the same place every single day just drove me insane. And also like not socializing with people. I really like meeting new people and like talking to people. So it was really hard for me.
I would say one thing that I liked was not having to walk. Do you want to say hi? Okay. They're all saying hi to you now. One thing I liked was not having to go to class physically. I have a lot of morning classes and I don't ever get any days off. So it was nice having to like have that 2-second commute to my laptop. So but also what I didn't like about it was that I had no excuses. So it's like, if I didn't show up, they were like, really, like you have a 2-second commute. And I was like, but it's so far. So I don't know. It was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I also like that. Like I would just get on my bed because my bed is like right here in my desk. So it's like I turn over and I pop into my chair and I just like start typing. And then it's like, okay, if I'm hungry, then I just go to my kitchen, get some food real quick. It's like I only go from my room to my kitchen all day, like 5 feet away, and that's all I do. So I mean that's good. But yeah, also the socializing part, like I just like I've only seen like my parents and my brother for the past like since this whole thing started. So it's kind of like weird not socializing with other people.
I'm the same way. I think I forgot who mentioned family, but I think distance when I was on campus made my family closer. And now that I'm like 24/7 in the same like house with them, we're like always at each other. Plus my little brother does virtual as well and he's in elementary school, so we're both can hear each other's laptops. It's a lot, but I do like being around them. So like when I do get on campus, I will miss not having like my mom's food or just being around her and stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I think like I feel like we all kind of have things that like were good, but at the same time they were like kind of bad, you know? So I felt like that was like it was a constant like give or take throughout the semester. Like I like being on campus, but also like there was nothing to do that like if you were being safe, you really were doing nothing. So like it was, I don't know, you know, like there's pros and cons to everything. But thank you guys for sharing. And I feel like honestly, everything you guys said, I could relate to. And I feel like we could all kind of collectively relate. So the next thing is, how did you manage your stress? What was helpful and what wasn't? And then I put some like coping skills over here, not saying anybody does them or like you may do.
I know I really got into painting this, like I feel like everyone and their mother started painting because of quarantine. So I really got into it. And then I kind of stopped just because school was like, I had no time to paint. But now that we're like getting towards break, I want to get back to like painting. I just do it for fun and it was a good way to like relieve some stress. And I'm trying to learn how to crochet. It's really hard. I don't know if that's ever going to work out, but along with like the ones on the side, I love listening to music and face masks. I'm not the biggest working out person, but I did do yoga for a while and that was really calming. But yeah, those are some things. I think the most helpful one was probably like the art stuff because like you can't think of anything else but what you're like drawing, painting. So that was really helpful. And then the yoga just never stuck. So that probably wasn't the most helpful, but I'll try again next year.
Well, I love like painting and stuff. I kind of did it before school started. I was trying to like really focus on it again, but like school started in no time. So I also tried to like work out. I was doing so good like during summer and at the beginning of the semester. I was like, wow, look at me, fit queen. Didn't last longer than 1 week. It was impossible. Like schoolwork just it was a lot. But honestly, I think the only way for me to like manage my stress was music because there was nothing for me to do. Like I couldn't go out. Like there was nothing else but just to listen to music. So music literally saved me.
As a music major, let me stop, I'm joking. But I was actually gonna say, I find it so surprising that people really do latch to music, because I feel like it's something that like is often in the background and taken for granted, but especially now I feel like there's more value placed on it. But surprisingly for me, it wasn't music, it was reading and just like words. I don't know why, but like I've always loved to read. But I recently just finished a book and it was the most calming thing ever, even though it was a really sad book. But reading is definitely like, there's something about getting lost in pages, and I was like, yes, this is my life as I know it. So that helped me. So pick up a book if you have one.
I connect with that. I love reading. I like stopped reading once like college started. So like last year didn't read anything. And now I kind of like started reading again. I go and I buy books all the time, even if I'm not gonna read them because I don't have time, but I like love it. So I connect with reading.
I just wanted to say hi, Jalen.
Hi. I was trying to go to the computer.
Oh, it's literally fine. I feel like I should explain. We're just playing like connection, but it's really just answering like these questions from like what you feel, or if you like hear something that someone says that you connect to, you can be like connection and elaborate upon it. But yeah, so far I think this is like our second slide, second or third.
I don't know if this was more of a stress management thing or just something like, I think like everybody, like when like quarantine started, like I like started doing like experiments with their hair. So like for the longest time I had I had relaxed it, and I was like, okay, it's time to get rid of like, you know, the split ends, look better time because I'm not gonna be around people. So if this like messes up, then like you're not gonna see me anyway. So I was like, all right, let me like, so I like cut my hair like to about this, and then I put it in braids for like almost 6 months now, and I redid it twice. So now it's like growing out, and that's something like that I was just proud of like over the this whole thing. So it's kind of like been something like a health thing for me.
Oh, I can just unmute myself like that. Sorry, I accidentally went to the wrong slide. But I want to say I feel like a lot of people did things with their hair like during this time, and I love that. Like I actually love that that was like a trend and that people were like not afraid to do that. And so yeah, I like that you brought that up. We should probably go on to the next slide now that I accidentally switched it. But the question is, what do these things mean to you? So it's like your definition, not like what you think it like means, but what it means to you.
I'm gonna be like super cheesy whatever, but home, honestly, a place where I feel like I belong and loved. And family, it's kind of like goes with it. So like people that make you feel loved and that you can trust, because it's not just like blood, you know what I mean? Like you can meet people that literally like become your family. So just people that you can trust and make you feel loved.
I just want to say that I really love that, especially because like when I would think of family, I think of like family of choice, who I choose to surround myself with and who I choose to consider family, not necessarily meaning it's like actual family. And I think love, like what you said, is like just like the surrounding concept with all of that, like family to me, and even home needs to be an environment where there's love, where I am loved and I can give love freely, and feel it freely. Hi. So yeah, definitely connect to that.
I 10 out of 10 would agree. As someone who's lived with over 15 different families in the past 3 years, I can definitely say that home is not a physical place. It's more of an inside feeling, like this guy is my family. He's playing video games and thinks he's too cool for us. But like kids like my brother, and it's like we don't have to be blood to be related, and like just to even have people around that really care about you and demonstrate that care, like it doesn't mean that they have to be related by blood, because sometimes the people that you're put into life with, your cards are dealt, and sometimes they suck. They do, and I speak from experience. So if you're lucky enough to have like a biological family that doesn't suck, that's awesome. But even if you don't, you can still find people and make them your family. It does take a while for it to stick, and it's weird and it's uncomfortable at first, but like Anna said, like it's a feeling. It's not something that you can just really give a name to unless you can really understand that within yourself as well.
Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next slide. Do you practice self-care? If so, what? We kind of talked about this in a previous like slide. Yeah, we kind of already talked about this. So if anybody wants to elaborate about this, I really also like this, like in the background, that self-care isn't selfish. I kind of want to just make a note that like, well, it's like really important and it's very valid, because I feel like just like in our society and really just our culture, it's really like overworking ourselves is like how you be successful, how you are successful. And like prioritizing ourselves, unfortunately, isn't, the normal. It isn't like what everybody does. So just knowing that it isn't selfish, and that like taking time for you is actually, I feel like, in my opinion, it's essential. It's necessary in order to live a prosperous life. So I just really like that quote. And so I don't know if anybody has, we kind of talked about coping skills, but I guess like even self-care in this, like for me, one thing I've been doing a lot is I've been getting into spirituality. Meditation has been like my top way of like prioritizing myself. So I don't know if anybody has anything like that, or like positive affirmation, something they do literally every day that kind of just helps them take care of themselves.
I know you guys were talking about reading before, like right when I came in, but I love reading. And I really like had to stop. Well, I didn't have to stop. I guess it was just like schoolwork in college and stuff. But like since I got back home and like I've had like so much more time, I just like got back into reading, and like I have a Kindle that's like years old, and I read so many books. Yeah, and I like pray and stuff. That's like another form of self-care for me.
No, I'm going to move on. Thank you for adding that. I really liked how you add prayer into that, because I feel like that's something that just like a ritual kind of every day, you know, expressing gratitude or asking, you know, for something, help or support for your loved ones, etc. Whatever you do, whether it's religious, spiritual, whatever, you know, domain you want to go into. That's really awesome. So, oh, also that's something I would highly recommend. I have like a gratitude journal, but like at least like whether it's just one time a day, just like thanking whoever I want to thank and just putting that into the universe. I found that's really like allowed me to have a more positive mindset throughout the day. Okay, what's your favorite season? The checks were just there and I couldn't remove them.
I am a summer person. I love like swimming and going to the beach and all of that, and I travel during the summer, so it's cool. But now I'm getting really into fall because of my outfits, because I can really style it. Because if it's summer, it's just like but fall, those styles. So it's, I don't know, a competition between summer and fall.
I definitely connect with that. Like, I love the summer weather, but when the fall comes, like, the outfits are ready, my sweaters, all the boots is ready. Like, I'm just ready to, like, style. And then for the summer, I do, like, because, like, now I like to get, like, my tan, I like to go to the beach, you know, just chill. So it's, like, both ways.
I would say summer just because the days are longer. Like, I'm a daytime person, so when it gets dark, I get really uncomfy, like very uncomfortable. Like, I don't like doing anything in the dark for obvious reasons. I think summer's just so much better because like the daylight savings expands the day, and like sunset is at 9 p.m. in the summertime, which is really cool because I'm not a night person, but I can feel like a night person even though I'm not.
I honestly would have to disagree. I know this is going to be a little... I love fall. I will say I love fall, but summer, I just don't like being hot and sticky and like sweaty. It really bothers me. So I pick spring for that only reason. Plus my birthday's in May, and I think May is the best month, and it's just the whole thing. But yeah, I really like the spring. I think it's just like, I don't know, I like the time where it's like transitioning from spring to summer, not like the rainy April like that, or May, kind of June. And then once it gets like July, August, I'm like over summer because it's too hot. But fall for sure. Outfits are great.
I like summer too, but like I just cannot stand the spring because I have allergies. Even though my birthday's in the spring, I have allergies, and I look like so bad every spring because my eyes are always swollen and my nose is swollen and red, and it's just gross. I hate it.
That's actually literally hilarious. I love summer. I'm a Florida baby though, so I love the heat, like the humidity. Give me all of it. Like I want to be dying in the heat. So yeah, but I like winter only in Connecticut and New England though. Like winter here just is awkward. Like I don't like it. So, but it's not my favorite season. Okay, what's your favorite, especially like recently, because I feel like we've all had to really get into all this kind of stuff, you know, because like virtual everything. So what's your favorite?
I think YouTube would always be the best because like you can find everything and like whatever you need, music, like movies, like shows, literally everything is there. But I am a Disney kind of girl. I love it. I literally watch a movie every single day. Love it. So maybe it's between that. No, I don't know. Honestly, I love everything that has movies and shows out there. I'll be there.
I would have to agree with YouTube. I purposely delete Netflix like at the start of every semester, so I don't have Netflix right now. But yeah, just YouTube. I rarely use Hulu, and then Disney Plus is great, but I don't know. I just like once I watch a movie, I can't rewatch it, so I like already watched all the Disney movies, so it's like I don't really use it anymore. but YouTube for sure.
I'm gonna have to disagree because Hulu, hear me out. Hulu's great because it has basically everything that was on television is now on Hulu. Like, we're talking Dance Moms, we're talking Toddlers and Tiaras, we're talking like all that good trashy reality TV. Like, all that good stuff is on Hulu. You can't find that on Netflix. And Netflix's reality TV series are so bad. They're like almost cringy and like potent. They're really bad. So it's like, I feel like Hulu's nice because it's kind of like a rewind. You can kind of watch some throwback shows, but not so much movies. Their movies are really bad, but their series are pretty good, if I do say so myself.
That's the other thing. You can watch them weekly because that's what I do. Because Netflix, you have to wait for the whole season to finish, and that's the worst thing ever. So now Grey's Anatomy, you see me crying every single week. It's every Thursday.
Exactly. Like, I love Hulu because you can just watch them every week. The Bachelor, every week. The Bachelorette, every week. Like, oh my God.
Honestly, I have to agree. I think Hulu is like the top. I would say Hulu and then like YouTube and then Netflix. And I don't have Disney Plus money, so I don't really know how that works, but it looks cool. I've never been huge into Disney even when I was younger, so but I wish I was.
Spotify, if you buy Spotify with your student plan, you get free Hulu, and it's like $3.99. So like, Hulu's up there. It's cheap.
That's
Literally
the only reason I have Hulu at this
What?
point, because somebody
What
told
if I
me that.
can I cancel my account and get like a new one? Because girl, I'm paying $17 for Netflix, $17, Spotify $15, Hulu that's like $11.
No, Spotify Premium, girl.
Your existing account. Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah, I think you can switch over, and I definitely would. That's a whole lot of
Oh
bucks.
no, yes. I mean, honestly, we split it with my sisters. Like, each pays something, but still, like, if you put it together, that's a lot of money.
So basically the last part to this, which there's just two small things I just wanted to say. And Bree, feel free to chime in like whenever, add whatever you want onto it. But just basically I was just gonna go over you guys have been seeing, we've been making like all these flyers, and like I maybe messed up on like 4 of them, but we collaborated with USG to do basically just provide food and winter kind of supplies and hygiene supplies and products for students in need on or nearby campus. And so we're kind of looking for volunteers to be able to transport food from BJ's close in Willimantic, which is like a 12-13 minute drive, to the store's campus or to the students that live really close. So I know that a lot of you guys are busy. It's final, so totally understand. Like, this isn't meaning like you have to come. No. But if you know anybody that you think might be available or lives near campus or is on campus, please promo it out if you have the chance to. And then also, if you know anybody that like needs food, like or a winter coat or socks, like, or even like that is on campus or nearby campus or can find a way to come to campus and get donations, then please like reach out, connect them with us, reach out to Bree, Alex, whoever. So that was just what I wanted to talk about. The link to the Google Doc is in the chat, the flyer, and if you guys need any more info or anything else, feel free to reach out. And the last part is we are looking for eBoard members for next semester. And so Bree created an executive board application, which I'm going to pop in the group me. So you guys can take a look at that whenever you have a chance. And so, yeah. And then I also just want to say a big thank you to like you guys for even showing up today, but also just being a part of this community, and for making this a community in general. I literally, I'm not gonna cry. I have so much love for like all of you guys and everything that we're doing. And honestly, like just having meetings, even if it's 2-3 of us, makes my heart warm. You guys literally just give me the passion. And I don't know, Bree, you can definitely probably relate to just keep going, you know, to keep fighting or just keep advocating and just keep spreading love, because your guys' love allows me to spread my own love. So I just appreciate you guys so much. I almost cried, but I'm not going to.
Well, I'll just say, honestly, thank you guys. This is really amazing. Like, I'm so proud of you for doing this. It's really great. And I know I don't really come often because I have a lot of exams, but I don't know. I hope next semester it's gonna be better for me.
Thank you all for really sticking with us from the beginning of the semester. I didn't know if people would actually show up to these meetings because we didn't get such a great turnout last semester because it wasn't this. So I think Maria and I and all of us together really made something out of pretty much nothing, especially with being on Zoom. Like, it's very difficult to do this format and to come up with ways to get people to keep coming back every week. So thank you for all coming back every week and listening to this content and the stories. And if you ever want to like go back and watch any of these sessions, I guess we do have a YouTube channel. We recently decorated it and it's kind of cute, so I feel like you should check it out. I mean, that's just my personal opinion though. I mean, but yeah, we also have our Instagram, so like always DM us and stuff. And you know, we're always here for y'all, even over winter break. So those are my last words for this semester.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Bree. Just thank you guys, like all of you guys. And also like, for the meetings for next semester, I did tell them, Bree, that we're gonna do bi-weekly, but don't ever feel bad for like not showing up. Honestly, I want you guys to show up for yourselves, really. That's the first thing I want you to show up for. And then, you know, I just never want there to feel like pressure, you know. I just want you guys to come here and enjoy yourselves and learn if you can and just have a good time. I guess that's our last meeting of the semester.